What's up, everyone? Welcome to ClearTalk. It is fire pit time. In this video, we're going to be talking about Zionists being met with opposition. Alright, so thank you very much for joining me here. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you'd like to check out more from the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. All the links in the bottom below for this channel and all my other channels. All of that is free for you. It helps out the channels tremendously. If you would like to go further, there's Patreon there for $2 a month. You support any of the channels you would like to help grow those channels, help grow Patreon, help grow JMD Nation. Contribute how you would like to. There's also merch link there. I have merch for every single channel, so check that out. If you like it, get it. If you're a Patreon member, you get a discount on the merch. So even more reason to be a Patreon member. But either way, any support you decide to give is very much appreciated. I thank you very much. And if you're returning, you're freaking amazing. All right, and I'll tell you that every time. So welcome back and keep coming back. All right, if you haven't seen, all right, there has been this has been going on, but it's becoming more and more apparent as more and more of the world becomes agitated with what Israel is doing in Gaza, in the West Bank, in Lebanon, and how they've pushed the United States into this war with Iran. It's becoming more and more apparent that frustration over Zionism, okay, not Jewish, all right. We need clarity here. The outcry and the opposition, the pushback from different people all over the world is towards Zionism. And there needs to be a definitive difference in understanding that. Okay, this is not aggression or quote unquote hatred towards Jews in general. All right, there is a definitive difference between Jews and Zionists. All right, and I mean that can be no more clear than just looking at the Jewish communities, even here in the United States, in New York, that have pushed back against Zionism, pushed back against Israel and what they are doing. And these communities have been overwhelmingly trying to make it known, make it understood that they do not accept the Zionist Nazi-like regime of Israel, and that they are, changing and skewing and hurting the idea of Jewish people and the religion of the Jewish people. Because understand that Jewish people, the Jewish religion and everything was not represented by that Star of David that Israel has on their flag. That was not the way that was originally. It was originally identified with the candles, okay, and the whole ceremony of Hanukkah and stuff like that. That's what the Jewish religion, like the symbolism for it was. It wasn't the Star of David or that whatever bullshit that Israel has on their flag. That was established in the establishment of the current modern state of Israel. Again, which was a Zionist project to create an ethno-state of hatred and aggression towards Muslims and apparently even Christians, it seems, at times. So this is, and this frustration that is been boiling up all across the United States, all across the whole international community. Country after country after country, we're seeing more and more pushback and argument against Zionism. And we've seen that very much so here recently. We have had, there was a girl, I can't remember her name offhand, but the Burger King thing, where you had a Jewish Zionist go into a Burger King, and a employee there said Free Palestine to them, okay? And you see the video that he publishes where he's talking about, oh, he's being attacked And you know, how dare, he's going to call the police, and or he's going to get her fired, and all this kind of stuff. You know, he's feeling attacked and assaulted by her saying free Palestine. And well, what happened from that was that she wound up getting fired. Burger King fired her, and they fired her over hate speech and discrimination to a customer. Hate speech for saying free Palestine. That's the current situation here in America. Is that under our ability to have free speech, and the words free Palestine turn into a derogatory term, an attack, discrimination against Jewish people, and can get you fired. That is absolutely insane. She has since then come out with her own video explaining, said that when she originally asked, and what's something that he didn't even address in his video, she originally asked him, you know, just where he was from, not meaning like what country he was from or anything like that. She originally asked him like literally, where do you live? Because she said they get all kinds of people at that particular location, whether they're from New Jersey, New York, or whatever. And she was just curious, and he stated that, I think she said he stated that he was from New Jersey, or maybe New York, either one of them. But then after that is when he then pulls out his chain with the Star of David and states that he is an Israeli. And that's when she said, oh, well, free Palestine. And then he went off the deep end and started his video accusing of being attacked by the employee. And all she was saying in that video over and over again was just free Palestine. Free Palestine. She literally didn't say anything else to him. Just free Palestine. She didn't call him anything. She didn't threaten violence. Nothing. Just free Palestine. And she was saying that she, you know, she had every right to say what she did. And that she was going to stand for her beliefs in what she is seeing happen with the genocide in Gaza, with what's going on in the West Bank. When she stands with those people and against the actions of Israel. And all she was doing was practicing her free speech ability of, yeah, saying free Palestine. But that was enough to get her fired. That was enough to get her fired. Interestingly enough, there is currently right now apparently a GoFundMe for her. That the goal is like 220K. Like getting up enough funds for her to go without a job for 7 years if needed. Which is an interesting concept. But right now that sits at like 180 is what has been, like 80% of that goal has already been funded apparently. Now, will, you know, how and will this funding actually reach her? You know, I don't know who established it, because I don't think she did. But you know, hopefully, this funding actually does get to her, and you know, she can do with what she wants and how she wants. I mean, you know, and that's perfectly fine. But it still shows that, you know, there is a sentiment there that, you know, of people that have no problem helping her in this situation, identifying that she's, you know, she had the right to say what she did, and that she should not have been fired. You have Burger King basically giving in to the demands of Israel in firing an employee just because they said free Palestine. That is outrageous. You have employees that that do way worse than that and never lose their jobs. But just because she said free Palestine, she lost her job. That is absolutely crazy. And I've also seen here lately, over the past day, I mean, very much so since this has happened, since that happened, you have fucking Rabbi Shmuley out there, okay? That Zionist piece of shit. He is currently in Iceland, okay? And he is posting up video after video of apparent attacks and aggression by Icelanders. And oh, how much the Iceland has just fallen from the days of glory when he could go there and not be attacked. But now he's being confronted with Icelanders telling him that he is not wanted and he is not accepted, and to fuck Israel. And he is lashing out, making threats of, oh, I'm going to get the police. I'm going to turn you in for attacks. Claiming that he's being assaulted. While he is, just because somebody grabbed his phone, most likely while he was trying to put it all up in their face, because that's all you see in his videos is him pushing his phone all up in people's faces. Oh, you're attacking me, oh, fuck Israel, and the guy probably got frustrated with the phone all up in his face and probably did grab the phone. That is not assaulting, for starters. Apparently he got the phone back, and all they were telling him to do was please leave. He was in some kind of bar in Iceland, and he winds up getting kicked out of the bar because of his aggression and the way he was acting, and making threats like, oh, how dare you, you can't assault me, you can't attack me, you can't do these things because I'm an American. This falls back to the argument against the Tate brothers, like people in America saying, how dare they get arrested and to be tried in the UK. They're Americans. Americans should not be subjected to UK law and trial and blah 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 blah. We have, we're Americans. We're, blah 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 blah. Like we have some sort of right to go to any other fucking country and do whatever the hell we want to, and not reap the repercussions of that. It's absolutely pathetic that in that case and in the case here with Rabbi Shmuley, that he's making this argument that he can go to another country and just because he is an American citizen propagating for Israel, okay, defending Israel, a double agent, if you will, just because that he's an American citizen, that he can't have opposition. How dare somebody attack him? That he can't be done because he's an American? And ain't even that, oh, you can't attack me because I'm a person. No, it's that I'm an American. That was the way he stated it. Bro, you are in a different country. You are a tourist. You say that in your videos over and over again. And as a tourist, okay, which we had the video, last week, I think it was, where I talked about how you have the Zionists that are, touring as tourists all in these other different countries and like trying to take over areas and making them mini Israels, where they literally themselves refuse service to people, refuse service to the own people, the own citizens of that country, and will only serve other Jews, other Zionists. But he's getting mad. He's getting fucking mad that he's being kicked out of a bar in another country because they aren't accepting of his views, of his protection and defense of genocidal acts by a country. He's getting upset. Shmuley, you better, I suggest you grow some thicker fucking skin, bro. Matter of fact, I suggest every Zionist out there, you need to grow some fucking skin. All this, Republicans, and, we've talked about how they, here in the previous video, how, oh, y'all just need to man up, start eating some ramen and stop whining and man up, how dare you complain about high prices? Well, you know what, you Zionists out there, how about you stop whining and bitching and complaining about your quote-unquote oppression when you've basically been given every fucking thing. You've been given such supremacy and such impunity at this point. You've been given reparations. You've been given all the, you have all, as I saw one guy in a video state, you've been given all of the white privilege. I mean, like, it's insane the amount of privilege and impunity that you've been given as a Zionist under the guise of Jew. You've been given complete impunity to do whatever you want. I mean, you quite literally think, and you have the idea that you cannot be touched, that you can go anywhere and you can do and take over any land you want, make it your own, even as a vacation spot. Deny service to actual citizens and locals of that area. You think that you are that big and bad. And oh, how dare anybody talk something negative of you. How dare. To the point that our own citizens cannot say something as simple as free Palestine. Something as simple as free Palestine. Those words are now verbal attacks and considered anti-Semitic to the entirety of Jews. No. Again, let's make it clear. The problem here is not Jews. Americans are not turning on Jews. DSA politicians and the DSA movement and progressives and stuff that are calling for the end of funding to Israel and the end of weapons sending to Israel and the Judification legalities, arresting of warrants issued by the ICC on Jewish leadership, on Israeli leadership. This is not, they are not hating on Jews. The Icelanders are not hating on Jews. People in Spain are not hating on Jews. Any other area where people are opposing Israel, they're not hating on Jews. They're calling out and hating on Zionists. Which is a form of nationalist settler colonialism that feels that they have the impunity to take land, take over, kill, bomb, does not matter, the life that they can remove just from this earth just to embolden and enrich and empower themselves. This is not about a religion. This is not about a people that attach themselves to that religion. This is about an ideology that is violent, that is aggressive, that is hatred, and thinks that they are supreme over everybody else. We are talking about Zionism, and we need to make that very clear. And if you continue to do what you're doing, if Israel continues to do what they are doing, and people, these rabbis, these other Zionist defenders are continuing to do what they are doing here in the U.S. or anywhere else, you will continue to be met with opposition. And your days of thinking that you can just go to the authorities, you can whine and cry and bitch and complain about you being verbally attacked because somebody said free Palestine. Oh my gosh. You know the old saying that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me? I mean, there's a nuance to that. You know, words can hurt. But free Palestine is not one of those words. So yes, I myself agree. Free Palestine. And fuck Israel. Let me know what you think. Until next time, peace. JMD for Clear Talk. I'm out.